Hello guys and gals, Buffalo here. Wanted to do a short video today just talking about my favorite belts. And when I say my favorite belts, I'm talking about the belt that I use most often to carry my firearm with. This is a firearms channel, so I'm talking about my belt that I use for my everyday carry. Now, I've got a lot of belts. These are just a few of them that I grabbed out of my closet just to throw on the table here to just kind of show you the wide variety of belts that I've got. And I've got some nylon, I've got competition belts that are two-piece, thin leather belts, flimsy leather belts. I've got cotton belts. Just runs the gamut, and any of these belts might shine in a specific area over another one if you get down into certain niches. But overall, I always find myself going back to a good quality, just a traditional leather belt. I'm kind of a traditional guy. I dress traditionally. I don't go crazy with my dress. I'm not a loud dresser. I just more of a traditional type of a guy, and I always go back to those good quality leather belts, and those are my favorite. And I'm going to show you my favorites right here. Get all this other clutter out of the way. These are just good quality, high quality, handmade leather belts from Custer Custom Leather. You guys may remember, fall of 2017, he sent me this belt. I did a video on it, kind of an overview, before I even got to put any mileage on it. He sent it over. He's a small business with Kentucky connections, and I could tell the belt was high quality. So I did kind of an overview video, and I made that clear in the video, you guys that may remember it. Some of you guys went over and bought belts from him. But been a really nice belt. I wore it starting in the fall of 2018. I wore it all winter, every day. I wore it till about around mid-March. From October to mid-March this past winter, I wore this belt every day. I wore it to work. I wore it when we went out, you know, cool weather. It's just the belt that I grabbed the most. Now, the leather is held up great. Some of you guys wanted to see this belt after I'd worn it some. It's the hardware still looks nice. And he puts Loctite, the purple Loctite, on all his Chicago screws, so you don't never have to worry about those backing out, coming loose and backing out. This is a newer belt. I just got it recently. He sent it over. It's called the Warrior. And again, just really impressed with the quality on these. The Warrior is I think, if I read right, this is a 2-ply belt that's been laminated together. It's about 3/16 of an inch thick. A little bit thicker than the original. A little bit stiffer if you like a stiffer belt. I haven't wore this one a whole lot yet. I've only been wearing it for a few weeks. Really comfortable. No surprises. Looking at his original belt, you know, I kind of knew what I would get from this one. It's just I would call it, he calls it the Warrior. I would call it just a heavy duty version of the original. Now at the time I'm recording this video, the original runs about $35 and the Warrior runs about $55. And he's got other belts available as well with various pricing. Try to give you guys an up close look at the hardware on this belt. Now, I get a lot of comments about my hands on these videos when I'm showing my hands like this. Yes, these are working man's hands. These hands have held little babies. These hands have knocked men out. They've also made a pretty good living for my family, so I'm not ashamed of them. But back to the belt, this hardware is the good stuff. See the Chicago screws there, the Custer Custom Leather brand. Got 5 holes there, about 1 inch apart. And I always order belt just a size bigger than what I actually need. I fluctuate in weight a lot. I'll go up, it's nothing for me to put on 40 pounds over the winter. It's just the way I'm wired. It's just my genetics. This is the older one. This was the original one he sent me. You can see the hardware still looks great on it. And on it, because I do fluctuate in weight so much, I had to put me an extra hole in it. Last year when I took up running, I got down to about 220 pounds there, which is really small for me. I had to go down and put an extra hole in it, which now I've worked. You can see the marks from the roller bar there. I've worked my way back up to the middle of the belt again. But summertime's coming on. I'll be coming back down. It's just the way I've done my whole life. But these belts are really comfortable, guys. Go check out Custer Custom Leather. He's got some new stuff on his website if you haven't visited it in a while. He does a lot of good leather work. That's all I got today. This is Buffalo, and I'll talk with y'all again soon.